Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, police have released the names of the two people who died in a crash in Bangor Saturday.
Bangor Police Sergeant Jason McCambly says 32-year-old Zachariah Flanders of Bangor and 65-year-old Orville Patterson of Glenburn died at the scene of the two-vehicle crash that happened on Kenduskig Avenue just before 1 a.m. No other people were in those vehicles. McCambly says Bangor police are reconstructing the crash and are still trying to determine the cause.
The Amish Community Market and Bakery in Unity that was destroyed by fire earlier this year is slowly inching closer to reopening. Fire ripped through the market back in January. With the Amish community's help, though, they were able to rebuild quickly. However, other aspects of getting the business up and running have taken more time. According to the Amish Community Market and Bakery's Facebook page, the owners are hoping to set a reopening date later this month. They said they're currently working on setup and product displays, and they hope to post a solid opening date to Facebook in the coming weeks.
Police are investigating alleged threats made towards people at St. Michael's School in Augusta this morning. Augusta Deputy Police Chief Kevin Lully says the department received a call alleging a student had posted a video threatening staff at the school. Lully says due to the immediate reporting and swift action, officers were able to quickly identify that juvenile. He says they've started an extensive investigation into the alleged threats, and the school, parents, and the student involved are all working cooperatively with police. No classes were disrupted, and Lully says there will be no need to change schedules as a result of the investigation. He says Augusta schools continue to be safe for everyone.
Meanwhile, new information tonight on a shooting in Auburn on Washington Street yesterday afternoon. Auburn police say at approximately 12:36 p.m., officers were dispatched to the area of 752 Washington Street after multiple callers reported gunshots and seeing a man bleeding running from the scene. Auburn police say the initial investigation has revealed that 3 males, 2 of whom were known to the homeowner, went to the residence and demanded money allegedly owed to them from the proceeds of illegal drug trafficking. 2 of the 3 males approached the front door and allegedly began threatening the homeowner, attempting to force entry into the home. And police say they were armed with a baseball bat and a firearm. They say the homeowner fired 2 shots from inside his home through the front door, striking 20-year-old Cameron Michaud of Augusta. Michaud was transported by Auburn Fire and Rescue to Central Maine Medical Center, where he is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The homeowner, identified as 19-year-old Stephen Beauregard, was arrested on an unrelated outstanding warrant.
Well, bells will be ringing this Saturday, the 17th. The United States Constitution was signed on September 17th, 1787. In honor and in recognition of that, churches, schools, individuals, and businesses across the country are being asked to ring bells for 1 minute at 4 p.m. this Saturday. The Daughters of the American Revolution came up with bells across America. Revolutionary War reenactors of Down East Maine will be ringing their bells at the Burnham Tavern in Machias.
You know, if they even stop for a moment and think about the Constitution, about what it means to them, or find out more information, go online, take a look at the Constitution, take a look at the Bill of Rights. Any of that would be just a wonderful outcome.
Farnsworth says you don't need to go to an organized event to take part. You can do it at your own home if you'd like to. She says there's even a free app you can download on your phone that sounds like ringing bells. Farnsworth adds the important thing is to remember and learn about the Constitution.
Meanwhile, a bipartisan bill cutting red tape for veterans at colleges and universities has been signed into law. The Ensuring the Best Schools for Veterans Act of 2022 was co-sponsored by Senator Susan Collins. A statement from her office says it will make it easier for veterans to access the education benefits they earned through their service.
A group of restaurant workers and owners in Portland rallied today, saying they want voters to say no to one of the many issues on the city's November ballot. The group, Restaurant Industry United, is urging a no vote on question D. That measure would raise the city's minimum wage to $18 an hour, but it would also get rid of the tip credit, essentially upending and likely eliminating the tipping system in Portland. They say the measure would cut wages instead of raise them for tipped workers across the city, badly damaging an industry still reeling from COVID.
Tip credit elimination is a full stop for the restaurant industry and would ultimately decimate and destroy and really upend our entire industry. Most importantly, it would cut us as workers' earnings off at the knees.
Organizers of the ballot question say their goal is to raise wages, but a similar effort to eliminate tipped credit at the state level in 2017 was defeated in the legislature. This issue is one of 14 different questions on Portland's November ballot.
Well, Hannaford announced earlier today that they will be donating to Maine Health's Food as Medicine program. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
I'm here at the Maine Health Food Pantry at Franklin, where Hannaford Supermarkets donated $350,000 to the Food as Medicine program. Maine Health's program provides fresh and nutritious foods to families and individuals suffering with chronic health conditions. Maine Health's Chief Health Improvement Officer, Dr. Dora Mills, says the donations will help get healthy foods to those who need it most.
Most adults in Maine have some sort of chronic disease. We know about 1 in 6 adults have food insecurity. When you combine those two, it's a really deadly combination.
The donation from Hannaford is part of a $1.5 million commitment to support the groceries Eat Well, Be Well, A Path to a Better Health initiative, which carries the same message as Food as Medicine. With Food as Medicine starting to roll out, participants like Ann Glazier, who suffer from stomach issues, had the opportunity to be some of the first to benefit from the initiative.
When I started to see benefits was really right away within a few days. By the time I got to the Food as Medicine, I was committed to, I knew that it was the food that I needed help with.
Additionally, funding will help support a healthy meal delivery program for Mainers who suffer from specific heart diseases. Mills says the money will support what Maine Health does best.
This donation from Hannaford and our partnership with Good Shepherd Food Bank really exemplifies Maine Health's vision of working together so our communities are healthy in America.
To learn more about the program, head to mainehealth.org where you can find upcoming sessions and who to contact. Reporting from Farmington, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
And in the last few hours, we're now seeing a little bit of drizzle. It's been a little muggy throughout the day, but now we're starting to see some precip coming down.
Yeah, those clouds kind of doing a little foreshadowing for us earlier, just kind of lingering around all day. And you're right, seeing some of that precipitation tonight, too.
All right, well, with a little bit more on what we can expect weather-wise, let's turn things over to Mr. Jeff Weller and take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather is brought to you by GRF Real Estate Company. And all right, so there are some thunder and lightning storms out there right now. Nothing strong or severe tonight. There could be a couple pockets, though, of heavy rainfall from this. So it doesn't look like much right now, I know, but there is some more back off to the west of us. This will all come through tonight. And again, nothing severe, but there'll be a couple of heavy downpours in there and probably some thunder and lightning as well. That will make your dog unhappy this evening. Look what we did today, though. 73 here in Bangor, 74 Millinocket. Cooler back off to the west of us. That not really coming in our airways tomorrow, but for really Thursday, we could have high temperatures hanging out in the 60s. Ready for that? Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is cloudy skies, a couple of showers, and thunderstorms out there with low temperatures in the 60s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
And it's funny that Jeff just mentioned, dogs not being happy about the overnight storms. My dog, my shepherd, definitely has some pretty serious thunderstorm anxiety. So we definitely have some methodologies that we use to, help keep her calm and comfortable. But she is not a fan.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have to keep an extra eye, give that extra love and support during those stormy times.
Absolutely. Well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. Despite near-record visitors this year, numbers at Acadia National Park indicate Island Explorer ridership is down.
And the town of Handon is helping community members stay active with a brand new outdoor fitness center. We'll take you there after this short break.
You know what's really interesting? Our customers are just so surprised Bridget didn't recommend just the most expensive mattress. That's because she recommends a series of mattresses that'll fit you at different prices. Come in and meet Bridget.
Ah, look at you. Taking control of your morning mood by starting the day with what makes you happy. McDonald's has enough breakfast options to make your mornings happy every single day. Taking control never tasted so good.
Now, you can get a savory sausage McMuffin, sausage McGriddles, or golden hash browns. Choose any two for $3, only at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Please join us for the second annual Kevin Call Jr. Truck and Tractor Pull, sponsored by Bangor Tractor. Located at the Penobscot Snowmobile Club in Herman. Gates open at 8 a.m. on September 17th. Admission $10, children 12 and under are free. We will have full concessions and apparel for sale, as well as raffle tickets for your chance to win a 2023 Skidoo Renegade. Enjoy 10+ classes of pulling, including trucks, tractors, and even semis. Brought to us by the Maine State Truck and Tractor Pullers Association. Visit Sled Herman on Facebook for more info.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, you'll find all the products and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
You know, at Jordan's, we have over 90 different mattresses you can try. That's where Bridget and our sleep techs come in. With a short analysis of you, your sleeping habits, all you have to do is choose the one that's right for you and your budget. Come into Jordan's and meet Bridget.
Hi, I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, it's going to be a beautiful day. Temperatures back up in the high 70s with some sunshine. Devin Biggs will have your full weather forecast. Tyler Cruz will bring us all the top local news in your sports side segment. And we'll have this and much more. We'll see you soon.
All right, well, I can't believe we're about to talk about Christmas trees, but nevertheless, it is not even fall yet, but Christmas trees are top of mind for some, and there are concerns about supply problems. The South Portland Rotary Club holds its annual Christmas tree fundraiser every year, and Matt McElhenney, who runs the tree drive, says there will be enough trees for everyone this year, but you might not get the exact size that you want. He says it's not so much a shortage issue as a selection issue, and it's likely due to decisions that were made a decade ago.
In the early 2000s, there was a glut of Christmas trees, whereas the farmers just overproduce Christmas trees. So it's a commodity for them. So what basically happened was they produced less trees because they didn't need to plant as many. But again, they don't have a crystal ball that can look 12 years into the future.
The South Portland Rotary Club gets its tree drive up and running the day after Thanksgiving.
We'll have to look forward there for many. And meanwhile, the Lewiston school community has voted to approve a competitive pay raise for district employees. Brad Rogers has more from Lewiston.
Right now, subs are in high demand here in Lewiston. They're filling in for the vacant EdTech positions and also for when a teacher or EdTech calls out. In fact, they are so vital that Lewiston just gave them all pay raises. The Lewiston School Committee approved pay raises for substitute teachers, EdTechs, and cafeteria workers to be more competitive with the pay in nearby districts. Lewiston Middle School is one of the schools desperate for EdTechs.
We have about 9 or 10 open positions, but we've been able to configure some things so that we're still meeting students' needs as best as we can.
One school committee member says good EdTechs and support staff are worth their weight in gold. The pay for substitute teachers went from $104 a day to $125. Substitute EdTech pay went from $93 to $112 a day, and cafeteria workers now make $16 an hour.
If they get raises and stuff like that at schools, in my opinion, yeah, they do deserve it. They go through a lot and they deal with a lot of things.
I think it's great because this is a very difficult school. And it's not an easy job.
We're responsible for these kids.
Melissa Winchester was an EdTech here at the middle school last year and says EdTechs are more than deserving of the pay raise.
We're role models and educators, and these kids really need positive role models in this school environment. And if they don't have specific pay, then the positions aren't going to be filled.
Principal Amanda Winslow hopes members of the community will step up and apply to be substitutes here at the middle school. And she hopes the pay raises help.
We need as many people as we can to apply to be substitute teachers.
Now, back in June, Lewiston Public Schools agreed to a 5.5% pay increase for teachers and staff. We weren't able to confirm exactly what those pay raises will cost the district, but teachers here say that without those pay raises, it could cost even more.
And that was Brad Rogers reporting. Well, the unofficial numbers for visitation at Acadia National Park indicate they are having their second busiest year on record. But the same cannot be said for the bus service that provides rides. The Island Explorer offers free rides to hiking trails, carriage roads, island beaches, in-town shops, and restaurants. Acadia National Park Superintendent Kevin Schneider told the advisory committee ridership was down 38% as of July. Now, those numbers are compared to 2019 because the buses did not run in 2020 due to COVID, and they had a modified schedule in 2021.
I think we were concerned about, we sort of broken the habit of people using Island Explorer, and we want to sort of get back into that habit and reinforce it.
Historically, the buses have been used by visitors and local residents. They help reduce air pollution by reducing cars in the park and reduce congestion as well. Schneider said the Island Explorer has also had a bus driver shortage. He said that shortage forced them to go to their fall schedule earlier than anticipated.
The town of Hamden is helping community members stay active with a brand new fitness center. And as Jody Hersey tells us, the facility is free for the public to use whenever they like.
A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held Tuesday morning to officially open the town of Hamden's brand new outdoor fitness court. This gym at the VFW Whitcomb Baker Recreational Area is located off of Canoe Club Road. It features 7 different training zones for visitors to perform circuit training exercises at their own pace and convenience.
Community Health Options is committed to health and well-being of Maine people. And we believe part of building healthy communities is making fitness like this free and accessible.
Creating this outdoor fitness court was funded through a collaborative effort between the town of Hamden, the National Fitness Campaign, and the health insurer Community Health Options. Fitness instructors from the Bangor Region YMCA demonstrated various exercises that can be performed at the new facility for those 14 years of age and older.
Yes, 14 and over for safety purposes. Obviously, it's a community asset, so if you bring your kids, there's plenty of other things for them to do here: basketball, baseball, tennis.
Town manager Paula Scott says this fitness court is a win-win for everybody, whether they live in or outside of the town of Hamden.
We're here, we're accessible, and we hope everyone comes out and enjoys it.
In Hamden, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Such a great opportunity there for community members to get out and be active outdoors, especially while the weather is going to be really nice out this fall, hopefully.
It is just so neat that it's right out there in the open. There's plenty of space to go to each apparatus and, and do your thing. And you can go there with your kids. It's just, as we saw, a little resistance training going on there with those squats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold your child. And,
something for young and old, it looks like.
Absolutely.
Too. Really cool. Well, still to come on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, Twitter's former head of security testifies on Capitol Hill about privacy and security vulnerabilities.
And the pace of inflation eased a little in August, but not nearly as fast as economists and consumers hoped. All those stories and more when the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 returns.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
People with plaque psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis are rethinking the choices they make, like the splash they create, the way they exaggerate, or the surprises they initiate. Otezla, it's a choice you can make. Otezla is not an injection or a cream. It's a pill that treats differently. For psoriasis, you can achieve clear skin with Otezla. For psoriatic arthritis, Otezla is proven to reduce joint swelling, tenderness, and pain. And the Otezla prescribing information has no requirement for routine lab monitoring. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. Otezla can cause serious allergic reactions. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Otezla, show more of you.
Check one, check two. The store's appearance may have changed throughout the years, but its dedication to our community and families has not wavered. We will still welcome you with a smile and top-notch service. If you need coffee, check. Tasty treats,
check.
Freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
check.
Stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Millinocket, is sponsored by Peer-to-Peer, a community-oriented center inspiring hope for recovery in the Katahdin region. Emery Lee & Sons does it all and does it well. Your general contractor since the 1960s. And S&S Weapons, open Thursday through Sunday, 12 to 6. Stop in and let Scott or Sam help you find what you're looking for.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
A former Twitter employee appeared before the Senate Judiciary Committee on Tuesday. He claims Twitter is misleading the public on its alleged security flaws. Fox's Chad Pergram has more.
Twitter leadership is misleading the public, lawmakers, regulators, and even its own board of directors.
Twitter's former security chief Peter Zatko tells Congress the social media platform faces numerous cybersecurity issues. In testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee, Zatko claims Twitter is unaware of where its user data lives. He says the company has little protection against insider threats.
Anybody with access inside Twitter, and half the company has access to the production environment that has this, could go rooting through and find this information and use it for their own purposes.
In July, Zatko filed a whistleblower complaint laying out several allegations against the company. Among them, that Twitter violated a settlement with the Federal Trade Commission by falsely saying it had stronger security measures in place to protect users. The platform fired back, saying Zatko's complaints are, quote, riddled with inconsistencies and inaccuracies. Still, the allegations alarm senators.
Twitter is an immensely powerful platform that cannot afford gaping security vulnerabilities.
They have close to 2,000 employees in other countries whose job is to screen tweets by Americans.
Zatko also claims Twitter can't control millions of fake accounts on the platform. Tesla CEO Elon Musk made similar allegations as he tried to back out of a $44 billion deal to acquire the platform. Senators Lindsey Graham and Elizabeth Warren are working to create a regulatory commission to protect social media consumers. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
A major sell-off on Wall Street Tuesday following yet another inflation report. The number was higher than most economists expected, prompting fresh concerns about how the Federal Reserve may react with interest rate hikes. Fox's Alexandria Hoff reports from Washington.
That bag of groceries is a lot more expensive compared to this time last year, 13.5% more expensive.
Inflation is crushing lower and middle income families. It's absolutely demolishing them.
Despite energy prices falling, Americans are paying more for everyday essentials at the store, including eggs, milk, and meat. It's a key factor in the latest inflation report showing consumer prices jumped 8.3% compared to a year ago. Lower than July, but higher than most economists expected. And that led to a stock market sell-off. President Biden says he's making progress in the fight against inflation, but it will take more time. At the White House Tuesday, he touted the recent passage of a climate, health care, and tax bill, claiming it will bring down costs for consumers.
We're going to lower prescription drug costs, lower health insurance costs, lower energy costs for millions of families.
Now all eyes are on Fed Chairman Jerome Powell to see how much the Federal Reserve will hike interest rates next week.
I think we can start taking off the table a soft landing. We've been in the hard landing camp all year. And now my biggest fear is they're going to tighten a lot more than they should.
More economic pressure looms with a possible railroad strike that could disrupt supply chains here at home. In Washington, Alexandria Hoff, Fox News.
Well, a growing number of credit card companies are implementing a new strategy with the goal of preventing gun violence. Visa announcing over the weekend it will start categorizing purchases made at gun shops, joining companies like MasterCard and American Express, which previously made similar commitments. Officials at Visa say the company will now use an international standardized merchant code for sales at gun shops. Previous purchases have been labeled as general merchandise. Gun control advocates say the move could help monitor for any suspicious sales activity that could lead to a potential mass shooting. Opponents say the tactic will unfairly go after gun stores and law-abiding firearm owners, citing how the codes don't specifically list what items were bought.
Meanwhile, we're learning more from the Pentagon about Ukraine's lightning-fast counteroffensive that's had the Russian military reeling for much of the past week. Fox's Jeff Paul has more from Kyiv.
The Ukrainians are on the move, extending their lightning-fast blitz against Russian forces in the northeast, capturing more territory on Monday and even reportedly pushing the Russians back across the border in some areas. The Ukrainian military is moving with speed that shocked the Russians and much of the world. But it's a different story in the south, where the counteroffensive is going more slowly, underscoring the difficulty of liberating all the areas currently under Moscow's control.
Obviously, Russian forces do exist en masse in Ukraine. Clearly, they've demonstrated their intent to keep fighting in Ukraine and to prolong their illegal occupation.
The Biden administration says it's approaching these new developments with cautious optimism, noting momentum has shifted in this war before and promising to continue sending arms shipments as long as the Ukrainians keep fighting.
We will continue to do what is necessary to support Ukraine, to maintain pressure on Russia so that it ends its aggression.
Meanwhile, we're seeing more signs of internal dissent in Russia. A growing number of lawmakers and media outlets criticizing the defense ministry for this week's losses, which could have an impact on Moscow's ability to project itself as a regional power.
Right now, with the way that the war in Ukraine is going, I see real limitations on Russia's capacity to reimpose itself.
Also on Tuesday, the Ukrainian military reporting for the first time it shot down an Iranian-made attack drone used by Russian forces. In Kyiv, Jeff Paul, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, history will come to life at the Coal Land Transportation Museum this week for a night at the Coal Museum special event.
And in sports, the Maine football team has started the season 0-2. How does the second half outlook for the Black Bears stand for a possible climb in the standings? We'll be right back.
They came back to win the ultimate prize.
America's next MasterChef is
the MasterChef Back to Win season finale, Wednesday on Fox.
Whatever your budget, we'll make it easy to create the home that fits you and that fits your style. And now get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the choices at Jordan's.
Jared Golden promised to watch out for us, even campaigned as a fighter against Biden's reckless spending that he knew would make inflation worse. But 3 days later, Jared Golden cast a deciding vote for Biden's newest wasteful spending bill that experts say will hike taxes by billions on those making under $200,000. Maine families are already struggling too much on Jared Golden's watch. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Nothing hits harder than this. Five-Finger Death Punch. Saturday, September 17th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine, with Megadeth. And special guests, The Who. And Fire from the Gods. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com. Five-Finger Death Punch. New single, Afterlife, out now.
I'm 82 years old, and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Home isn't just about looks, it's how it makes you feel. Calm, or maybe even cozy. And now get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
As the late Queen Elizabeth II made her final return to London, thousands gathered to show their appreciation. Fox's Madeline Rivera has the story from London.
Thousands lining the streets of London as Queen Elizabeth II made her final journey back to Buckingham Palace. Applause coming from the massive crowds outside the palace as the hearse carrying the late Queen's coffin arrived, received by her son, King Charles.
I'm just terribly glad to be able to see her coffin pass because we owe so much to this amazing, amazing Queen we've had.
Members of the royal family gathering at the palace Tuesday evening, where the Queen's coffin will rest overnight.
It has been a privilege to bear witness to such a devoted life.
On Wednesday, Her Majesty will be carried by horse-drawn carriage to Westminster Hall, where she will lie in state for 4 days until Monday's funeral. Members of the public have already been lining up for the chance to pay their respects, reflecting on what the Queen has meant to them.
I just feel that the way she performed her role was just wonderful, just really, really lovely, and I admire her.
Many waiting long hours just to be among the first inside.
I'm having 1,001 emotions, but the plan is that I will take off my hat, look, say a little prayer, and then wear the hat back, and wave a final goodbye. May her soul rest in peace and rise in glory.
On Wednesday, King Charles, his siblings, and his sons, Princes William and Harry, will follow the Queen's coffin as it makes its way to Westminster Hall. In London, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the Biden administration is launching new initiatives to eradicate cancer. Fox's Jackie Ibanez takes a look at what the president says needs to happen to make that dream a reality.
It doesn't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Beating cancer is something we can do together.
President Biden calling on Americans to unify against a disease that knows no party lines. Proclaiming at the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum in Boston Monday that his administration is working to end cancer as we know it.
The goal is to cut cancer death rates by at least 50%, in the next 25 years.
This year alone, the American Cancer Society estimates there will be 1.9 million new diagnosed cancer cases, with more than 600,000 cancer-related deaths. But Biden believes it's possible to turn a cancer diagnosis from a death sentence to a chronic disease that can be better prevented and managed.
I'm calling on the private sector to develop and test new treatments, share more data and knowledge that can inform the public and benefit every company's research.
To do that, the president is calling for advancements in therapeutics, like using mRNA vaccine technology used in many COVID-19 vaccines to potentially stop the spread of cancer cells.
We're learning more about how to use genetics, immune response, and other factors,
as well as advocating for lower-cost treatments to help prevent healthcare inequities. But as the Biden administration aims to tackle cancer, a new Associated Press NORC poll finds a glaring dissatisfaction with the overall U.S. healthcare system, revealing less than half of Americans think it's handled well. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
Well, switching gears now, it sounds like something from the movie Armageddon. NASA will be testing the world's first technology for defending Earth against the threat of an asteroid's doomsday collision with our planet. It's called the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART for short. The target is a small asteroid about the size of a football stadium that does not pose a threat. The real test is coming up on September 26 when the spacecraft plows into it, hopefully nudging the space boulder off course. We should get a good look at the impact. Cameras on a mini spacecraft will be released from DART about 10 days before, recording the collision and beam images and sending them back to Earth.
Really fascinating stuff there. And meanwhile, back here on Earth, orchards around the state of Maine will celebrate Maine Apple Sunday this weekend. The annual event kicks off the peak harvest season, and to celebrate, many orchards will be offering special activities and free samples of their products this Sunday. Some growers were worried about their crops during the early stages of the season when Maine was not getting enough rain. However, recent rainfall has provided relief for many.
It was a little dry in the beginning. We were a little worried, but the rain came through for us, and we have a beautiful crop. The apples are sizing up, all kinds of apples on the trees.
The participating orchards and events for this Maine Apple Sunday, you can visit maineapples.org/events.
Well, history will come to life at the Coal Land Transportation Museum this week. They'll be hosting Night at the Museum on Thursday, where all of the nonprofit's mannequins will be replaced with actors and volunteers. Executive Director Jen Munson says it's a great opportunity for kids to experience a piece of the past.
Representing Maine's working history is a big part of this night, this event, and it gets kids actually thinking about our Maine history, not just looking at the objects, but actually interacting with them. You know, all of these people are going to be dressed up in period appropriate attire, and they're going to look hopefully like the real deal.
Well, Night at the Coal Museum in Bangor will take place 5:30 to 8 p.m. Thursday night. Admission $7 for couples, $5 for adults. Kids get in free.
Well, new details about the shocking moment a shark jumped into a boat off mid-coast Maine. The captain says he's never seen anything like it. It was taken on Sea Ventures charters out of St. George. Captain David Sinclair says, oh my goodness, he takes clients out to fish for sharks, which they then get to see up close and help tag. They mostly encounter blue sharks, but on this day in August, they caught a 7-foot mako that jumped into their boat right there. His grandson, who works as his first mate, was right in its path.
And all of a sudden, here he is, right here in my face, and he hits me with his tail right on my left cheek, and then he lands probably 3 feet from my right foot.
Everybody scrambled, and I just held my breath. I thought, boy, injuries, a high possibility, and not a scratch on anybody. The shark was not injured.
Just amazing there. And Sinclair says makos have sharp teeth and can be very dangerous. They were able to take some measurements of the shark and tag it, and then swept it out using the transom door. Just incredible stuff. Really lucky that no one was hurt, including the shark. But wow, I mean, just... And what are the chances of getting that on camera, too?
Getting it on camera and just that it happened, in the first place. I mean, talk about a precise leap right there. It was, that looks like one of those dives you see during the Olympics, where just like a little double twist in the air and boom, right onto your boat. Yeah. Just crazy. Oh, my gosh.
And hearing them talk about it, though, for them it was more of a really fascinating and cool experience, which I'm sure it was, but I'm sure for others, maybe a little scary.
That could have gone sideways real fast.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, Jeff Weller is coming back with our full 5-day. Stay with us.
Still a few showers and thunderstorms to get through tonight. Nothing strong or severe. Some thunder in there, though. And then we're going to have a nice day tomorrow, followed by a big cool-off coming up.
Offensive and divisive.
That's Paul LePage's legacy. But it's not just what he said as governor. It's what he did. LePage slashed funding for cancer screenings for women. He refused to invest in clean energy, kicked over 1,000 seniors off their prescription drug program, and even opposed funding to Meals on Wheels. So, if that's what Paul LePage did last time he was governor, we can't send him back. The top funder of A Better Maine is the Democratic Governors Association.
Fall into amazing savings during Flex Deals Fall Factory Authorized Sale. Rake in serious deals on all styles and models. Choose from our huge selection of fabric and leather, reclining and stationary furniture, including Flex Deals Latitude, South Haven, and Wynwood collections, and all crafted with Flex Deals exclusive lifetime warranted Blue Steel Spring. Prices are falling, so hurry in today for cool savings. Fall in love at Flex Deals Factory Authorized Sale.
Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden. Live beautifully, my friends.
I wanted to create a dynasty. We have to stick together, no matter what.
An all-new Monarch, Tuesday on Fox.
All right, here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Thornton Brothers in Lincoln. Buy a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle from us today. You make the drive, we'll make the deal. And all right, so for us, scenes like this are not too far away. They're supposed to be close by, right? However, it was 70s out there today, 70s tomorrow, followed by much cooler temperatures getting in here Thursday and Friday. In fact, we could have high temperatures Thursday and Friday basically hanging out in the 60s. We have not done that for a while. Today, though, not so much. 73 here in Bangor, 74 Milwaukee. This is comfortable, slightly above average temperatures today. But again, tomorrow, similar to today, before we get some cooler temperatures in here Thursday and Friday. Right now, the wind out of the south, southeast, around 5 miles per hour currently. This will actually go calm for several hours tonight, and that means, you know what that means, right? That means some dense fog after midnight. So if you're driving 3, 4, or 5 o'clock in the morning, be ready for that, as there is some fog in the forecast again this evening, likely lingering through sunrise tomorrow morning. Okay, satellite picture shows lots going on today, right? A couple of bands of rain showers came through. Not a big deal. The bigger deal is still off to the west of us. This is where the energy is with this, off to the west right there, moving in our direction. Now, it does have some oomph in the atmosphere. That could likely give us a couple of thunder showers tonight. Those could be a bit loud, too, so nothing severe, but definitely some thunder and lightning in there as we're watching the entire area tonight for a chance for a few thunder showers, but again, non-severe with thunder and lightning tonight. Let's walk you through. So here we are tonight, a couple of showers and storms out there. By tomorrow morning, though, about 9 o'clock in the morning, it's already out of the area. There'll be some showers back off to our west. It'll probably swing through about midday tomorrow, but overall tomorrow, turning partly cloudy through the afternoon, and generally a very nice day tomorrow, and then it gets better from there. Thursday, very nice. Friday, very nice. In fact, a very nice weekend on deck with temperatures hanging out in the 60s and 70s. For tonight, though, showers and storms out there. Again, non-severe, nothing heavy. Look for low temperatures, not so low temperatures down near 63 with a southeast breeze around 5 to 10. For tomorrow, all right, so partly cloudy and windy after a couple early morning showers and probably some dense fog. Look what temperatures do tomorrow, up near 77 again tomorrow with that sunshine through the afternoon. On a gusty west wind, we're going to make some waves on the lakes tomorrow with a west wind gusting near 30 miles per hour through the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows 77 tomorrow. But then, uh-oh, what happens here? Well, a sneaky cold front comes through tomorrow night, and then we have high temperatures Thursday in the 60s, Friday in the 60s, Saturday in the 60s, maybe some low 70s back in the forecast on Sunday afternoon. Beth?
So, so definitely, some heat tomorrow.
Yeah.
For sure. But kind of a nice cool down.
Yeah, we're catching a break for all those people who don't really love the hot temperatures.
The hot mugginess.
Yeah, we'll cool off for a little bit, so that'll be nice.
All right, well, sports is coming up next with Tyler Cruz. Stay with us.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. With the push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Body Graphics Tattoo and Piercing Studio. Coming soon to our new location at 27 Bangor Mall Boulevard. Call 478-7856.
Howdy, howdy. Welcome back in. Thank you for staying with us. Maine football is coming off of a tough loss to Colgate, but the outlook isn't all bad for the Black Bears, despite what their record says.
It's really a tale of two halves.
It may sound cliche, but Maine football was a completely different team in the first half on Saturday than they were in the second.
You know, in the second half, we had kind of had our backs against the wall there, and I think guys started to notice that we started to get within ourselves. And in the first half, we got to come out the same way. We can't, go out there, thinking, hey, we got all four quarters here. We got to start quarter number one.
After walking into the locker room scoreless, Maine responded with 18 points in the second, 15 of them coming during a fourth quarter comeback.
I think we just played with kind of a different swagger, different confidence that second half, which is just a highlight of what we can be.
I think we realized what we're capable of in the second half for sure, and just tightening things up. We did a good job of that in the second half, a better job.
A comeback fueled by Fagnano and tight end Sean Bowman, who led the team with 73 reception yards and was key in bringing the Black Bears into scoring position late in the game.
In the tight end room, we always know that, we've always had great receivers here, so when the ball comes our way, we have no choice but to make a play. So that's really my mindset is when my number's called is to, make sure I give them the reason to keep throwing to us.
But even though the offense surged back in the second and the defense did their job late, it still wasn't enough.
What was it, 18 points? I mean, it's good. I won't say it's good, but it needs to be better.
Obviously, we needed more. It wasn't enough to get the job done, but you live and you learn, you know what I mean? And it's just we can't wait that long to turn it on.
But it does give them some confidence and something to build on for the rest of the season.
The bright part is that it can all be fixed. It's all within ourselves, things that we can solve, just by practicing.
Including a tough matchup this Saturday, heading to Chestnut Hill for their 10th meeting of all time against Boston College.
Defensively, they have a veteran defense. They have a very good group. They have a lot of returning players, people who played a lot of football. So, they have experience, but, we have experience as well. At the end of the day, it is Boston College. A lot of people, it's a higher level. But, they're football players just like us. So, we're just going to go out there, execute our game plan to the best of our ability and, come away with a win.
All right, looking forward to that game on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. on Nesson, Maine at Boston College. Moving on, but staying with you, Maine basketball season is almost here. We are just under 2 months away from Maine women's basketball's first tip of the season. On Tuesday, their full schedule was released. The Black Bears opened the season November 7th at James Madison, part of a non-conference schedule with Kansas, Gonzaga, Princeton, and more, before America East play starts December 29th at Bryant. Coach Amy Vachon says the schedule is challenging, but it's all going to help in the long run.
A lot of them went to the postseason. There's no cupcakes on our schedule. Every game we play, we have to be ready for. And, we'll take our bumps. We always do. In non-conference, we're not a program that tries to schedule wins. We try and schedule games that will make us better come conference. And so hopefully our schedule will do that this year.
I cannot wait for basketball season. Personally, a matchup that I had circled when I looked at the schedule was the America East Championship rematch that's in Orono in January against Albany. And this year, all Maine women's basketball home games will be at the Pit. And they are excited to get back in front of their fans and on campus.
We're excited. We've been around talking to a lot of students on campus and plan to do that a little bit more as the season gets closer. And our girls love to play here. We love being on campus, and we're excited for our new facility to be built. And in the meantime, this year playing at the Pit is a great thing for us.
All right, basketball season almost here. Kind of makes me forget about what happened down in Miami on Sunday. But anyways, let's head over for some high school sports now. Fall season definitely in full swing. May not feel like fall just yet. We have some boys soccer for you. Ellsworth and John Bapst, they're going at it in Bangor on Tuesday afternoon. Bapst up 2-1 at the half. Ellsworth looking to claw back. Look at this perfect throw-in from Owen Frank. He almost picks up an assist on it. Who put that crossbar there? For the Crusaders now, a scoring chance for them, but Cooper Mitchell in net was a brick wall all half. Amazing stops right there. Eagles with another chance here, but Matt Fitzpatrick, he is going to slide there just in time to make the stop, and then he's going to show a little sportsmanship too right here. That's always nice to see. And then finally, Bapst would score the first goal of the second. Late in the second half, John Pangburn finds Hunter Kluge, who knocks it in with the left. They pad their lead, and they would win 4-2. We head over to Herman now for some field hockey. Bangor Rams traveling over to take on the Hawks. We're going to start early in the first. It's Bangor. They are going to strike first. They get the goalie out of position and knock it into the back of the cage. Credit Sadie DeLessio. It's 1-0 Rams. In the second, Hawks with a chance. Look at Molly Simcox. She's basically battling the whole Bangor defense in the box, but the Rams stay strong and deny the goal. We are still in the second here. It's Bangor again. This time it's Genevieve Seichters finding the back of the cage, and they take a 2-0 lead, and the Rams will go on to win 4-1 over the Hawks. All right, so some great action right there. There's going to be more of it tomorrow, or more of it on Wednesday, more of it on Thursday. But for now, that is all the time we have in sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
I earned my retirement. I worked over 40 years for it. But Bruce Poliquin doesn't get it. He's a Wall Street banker and congressman who took all that money from the drug and insurance industries, then voted for devastating cuts to Medicare and risking Social Security. Poliquin even supported raising the retirement age. Bruce Poliquin is all about corporations and multimillionaires like himself, not us. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
It's Ford Truck Month. Get after it in a Ford F-150 and take on the weekend with an available tailgate work service to get the party started and available Pro Power on board to keep it going strong. Get our best offers on Ford F-150. Get to Ford Truck Month. Now place your order and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months plus $500 bonus cash on select Ford trucks.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care in Brewer is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you. Apply today.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal. Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground, Odland Road, Bangor. On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available half-off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. Not sure what the weather will be in your neck of the woods, but there's a 100% chance of Luke showing up near you. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes throughout Maine. Get Luked and get sold with Next Home Experience.
The Husson University Eagles take on the Alfred State Pioneers this Saturday at noon on Fox 22.
Welcome back. The biggest stars of the small screen celebrated the 74th Emmy Awards in Hollywood. We have a recap of the winners, highlights, and history-making moments. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
Succession. Round 3 was a charm for the Roys. Succession took top prize of Best Drama Series at the 74th Emmys.
Anyone who has loved a Rue or feels like they are a Rue, I want you to know that I'm so grateful for your stories.
The drama category held historic wins. Zendaya won Outstanding Lead Actress for Euphoria. She's the first black woman to win that twice and the youngest two-time Emmy winner ever. Lee Jung-jae of Squid Game is the first Asian actor to win lead actor in a drama series. Supporting actress in a drama series went to Julia Garner for scene-stealing Ruth in Ozark.
Ted Lasso!
Ted Lasso scored more trophies for the team with Outstanding Comedy Series, lead actor Jason Sudeikis, and supporting actor Brett Goldstein. Hacks Jean Smart took the lead actress Mike. Abbott Elementary's Cheryl Lee Ralph delivered a show-stopping moment accepting Comedy Supporting Actress. Series creator Quinta Brunson won for writing and is the second black female writer to do so.
The White Lotus!
In the bingeable, limited, or anthology series or movie group, The White Lotus checks out with the gold and individual honors for Murray Bartlett and Jennifer Coolidge, the latter showing how it's done when music tries to play you off stage.
It's the Emmy Awards!
Small Screen's big celebration was hosted by Kenan Thompson. The Governor's Award went to the Gina Davis Institute on Gender and Media.
This is for the big girls!
And superstar appearances included Lizzo, who won for Watch Out for the Big Girls in Competition program. Added to her Grammys, Lizzo is now a step closer to an EGOT and one of many first-time winners on TV's biggest night. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Definitely a lot of scene-stealing moments with that. And I have to say, it's great to see Selma Blair out presenting out and about on the red carpet. You know, she's been such a trailblazer and bringing awareness to, multiple sclerosis. So it's just, it's great to see her out there.
Yeah, really great to see that representation and a big event for TV.
Indeed. All right, that's all for us. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
For more local news coverage, switch over.
How many minutes long does your shower last? Name something people hope clears up. Name an animal whose name starts with wood. Alright, here we go. Name someone you wouldn't want to run into at a nude beach. You said, your son, survey said, fill in the blank, over and blank. Over and out. How many minutes long does your shower last? You said 30 minutes. what are y'all doing in there?